Larry here with 7 Sage Law School Prep and another stick figure exam tip. This one is part of the mastery of issue spotting, and the tip is this: to practice issue spotting by suing everyone in the world, at least in your imagination. Now, we talk a lot about mastering issue spotting, largely the kind of formal practice of doing that by actually taking timed practice exams under the conditions closest to the actual ones that you'll take them under. Maybe think of that as a kind of formal working out. Here's you working out. And that's like 5,000 pounds, because they're huge. You can't do this every day. Generally, you shouldn't lift weights for the same muscle groups every day. You should do every other day, and maybe every third day is preferable. I don't think that's true of formal practice exams, but as a matter of practice, most people don't do this every day. I think they should, but let's face facts. Those of you who really want the A will, but many of you won't. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do anything else, or that there isn't something you can do in the meantime that wouldn't help. So what are the informal ways of practicing issue spotting that can still help you develop those muscles without actually taking practice exams? I was struggling to think of a non-practice exam kind of exercise that you could actually do. And then I realized there's something that I do every day, day in, day out, because of my legal training. And because I was a trained litigator who took in cases from scratch, had to listen to new stories and develop claims. And that's just kind of look at the world around you, read stories, and in your mind's eye anyway, sue the crap out of everyone you can find in your head. And to me, this is the kind of the equivalent of doing like calisthenics or yoga or something else as a supplement to actual weightlifting. So here's you doing push-ups or doing a plank pose or whatever. And here's you hanging from a pull-up bar. That's what you're doing with your informal practice. You read the news, you carry your mind wherever you go, and you think to yourself, how would I sue this person? It's a little more sophisticated than that, though. There is a particular method that you want to use in going around and suing everyone's ass off in your mind's eye. Any idiot can go around going, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you, man. True story. When I first moved to New York, I talked to this poor Irish dude at a bar. I don't know why I remember this, but he was wearing some hideous shirt. I mean, it was just the weirdest shirt I'd ever seen. It had all these horrible colors that just made no sense. And he was trying to chat up some woman, and she was all, I'll sue you if you talk to me more. The point is, this is not legal analysis. The real way that you know you're doing a legal analysis of something, however informal, is, did you go through this exercise? You, me, and the judge makes 3. It rhymes, and maybe, normally you say baby here. You use this to go through the steps that a real lawyer would go through in thinking through a problem. What are the claims I could make? What are the defenses that the other side would raise? And how would this actually turn out? What's the actual result likely to be? So you can do this with any real or fictional stories you read in the paper or you watch on TV or somebody sends you via BuzzFeed. It doesn't matter. You can take any scenario involving a dispute and see what you can do with this. I just went through this exercise today with a stupid thing that somebody posted on Facebook that I clicked on. It was an exchange of photos between an employee who just quit her job and complained about what an awful job it was, and the employer's response online. And the first thing that's going on in my mind is like, are there defamation claims? Oh, the guy's mentioning an employment agreement. Boy, is she screwed. The more you get used to this mindset, the better you'll get at actually developing your muscles, even if you're not lifting weights or taking actual practice exams. So the last 2 tips I'd give you is that, of course, you haven't memorized the law, especially if it's earlier in the semester. So just do the best that you can with the law that you know. If you've just learned a little bit of contracts, think of agreements that you know of that have been broken, maybe in the baseball or sports context. But this is also an incentive to master the law quickly so that you have more tools at your disposal to actually pick apart the world as you see it. Secondly, you can totally use this to annoy the living crap out of your friends who are not in law school anymore, and probably half of those who are in law school who don't want to be talking about the law all the time. Annoy those friends who are friends by wanting to talk about the law all the time. That'll quickly cause them to unbe your friend anymore, and maybe you'll get some peace.